What is up, everybody? Welcome once again to my YouTube channel, and today let's continue with some more F1 2018 career mode. We are still in the in the Williams racing team, and today we are at the Shanghai International Circuit, home of the Chinese Grand Prix. So first of all, let's get into the workstation, and as you guys can see, we have a couple messages, quite a few of them actually. Hey Miller, welcome to the live stream, man. How are you doing? Sidvich, what's up? What is up, all of you? I'm okay. We got the goals update, so we need to finish in the top 5 in one of the next 2 races. And in terms of the developments completed, we got a minor rear downforce upgrades. The weather forecast is favorable. It's going to be a completely dry race weekend, so that's the important part. In terms of our driver profile, as you guys can see, we have actually less value than our contract, but we are going to fix that. In terms of the rivalries, we lost once again to Lance Stroll, but we are losing to Perez. I believe I can get back on the lead of that rivalry come race time. In terms of the research and development, we are leading the graphics. As you guys can see, we are the best team. Meika, welcome to the live stream, man. But we still have some work to do. We've dropped down to top 4. We still have the best power unit, but I'm going to do some of these engine power upgrades first. Let's see how those go. And the chassis, we are very close to getting completed in that. Hey Dabu, what's up? Yes, I'm in 3rd season, Miller. Hey James, what's up? How are you doing? Could I show you guys the performance chart? I just did. Hey Alex, what's up? So in terms of the progress history of the other teams, we got a minor upgrade. I believe Red Bull also upgraded and jumped Ferrari. Force India upgraded, Haas upgraded. I don't think Renault did, but yeah, Haas upgraded. Toro Rosso took a massive upgrade. Toro Rosso took a massive upgrade that leaped them from last place to 3rd last, which is awesome. They basically jumped Sauber and McLaren. Hopefully it was engine upgrades for them, because they are going to need it in this Grand Prix. In terms of vehicle management, we are absolutely okay. And in terms of the standings, we have Lance Stroll leading the championship. Yeah, disaster race in Australia and Bahrain. We got 0 luck. In Australia, we got contact in the first couple laps, a compromised race. And then in Bahrain, we were actually in 4th place. We pitted to undercut people and then got a virtual safety car because of a DNF of Hamilton. So yeah, luck wasn't on our side. Hey Alex P, what's up? But yeah, Lance Stroll is leading the championship. Followed by Raikkonen and Lewis Hamilton, who won Australia but DNF'd at Bahrain. Then we have Valtteri Bottas in P4, Verstappen in P6, tied with Perez and Ricciardo. Then in 8 we have Esteban Ocon with 12 points, followed by his fellow Frenchman Romain Grosjean with 6, only 1 point ahead of his teammate Kevin Magnussen, who completes the top 10. Moving to the constructor standings, we have Ferrari leading with 51 points, only 2 more than the Brackley-based Mercedes team. Then we have Williams in 3rd with 35 points, 5 more than Force India, who are 10 points ahead of Red Bull. Then we have in 6th Haas, Sauber in 7th, Renault with only 1 point is the last of the point scorers, with McLaren and Toro Rosso still yet to score any points whatsoever. So I think this is it. We're ready then for the start of the Chinese Grand Prix. Let's see how it goes. Hey Nunu, what's up? Yes, I'm going for the championship this season. We just had disastrous first 2 races, very unlucky. But yeah, it's either championship or bust this season.
This weekend sees us arrive in Shanghai for the Chinese Grand Prix. First up is today's practice session. Now then, Anthony Davidson, we've had some really strategic races over the past couple of years, thanks to the current 3-tyre compound system, and of course the groundwork for all those strategies comes from the free practice sessions like this one. So what do you think of the current tyre regulations?
Well, they've created some, I wouldn't say exciting necessarily, but certainly interesting races. There have been a lot more questions around, like how long can someone stay out on this set, or will they have to pace to catch another car if they suddenly bolted on a set of ultra softs, things like that. When everything comes together, we end up with multiple cars nose to tail on different tyres, all fighting for track position. So on the whole, it's definitely been a positive step, I feel, for the sport.
Okay, guys, am I leaving Williams? If I am a world champion,
Okay,
yes, I will leave. If I'm not, I will stay with them. But
they'll help you squeeze a bit more.
if I'm a world champion, I will leave. If I am not a world champion, I will stay, but I will probably not upgrade, because if I upgraded, I would just complete, like, the scale, you know? So I probably won't upgrade. I believe we are going to have regulation changes at the end of this season. I have nothing pointing towards that. It's just a gut feeling I have, because we got, what's the name? Changes in the aerodynamics. Regulation changes, yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Regulation changes in the end of the first season. I hope we have changes in the third, because otherwise, even if I am a world champion, they are going to be champions again, because I will leave the team and they'll be a rocket ship and nobody will be able to catch them. So yeah. Dabu, I wish good luck for you in your Spanish test, but if you could, please help me. No, I'm not going to ask you to do that, whatever. But yeah, by the way, before we start this, I would like to apologize to you guys for no content yesterday. But honestly, real talk, I was kind of depressed. I had gone off a very stressful day at work. Like, my colleague, she left the office crying yesterday because of how bullshit the day was. She wasn't fired or anything. It was just such a frustrating day that, yeah, it was a response to it. I already know what comes from working in that company. I know how to work with that. But yeah, it was only her 4th month in the company, and yeah, it was kind of a bullshit day. So yeah, I was pretty down. I didn't really have the energy to live stream or do anything else. I thought about doing Forza, because I thought, okay, that's going to cheer me up, that's a fun game for me. But I just didn't have the energy to be entertaining, honestly. So yeah, I apologize for that. I try to do daily live streams, but yeah, I'm actually going to quit the job. Not today, of course. I'm not going to just not show up to work tomorrow, but I'm going to. There might be a couple days where I won't do content from now on, because I'll be busy, like, looking for a job or something. You guys will get to know when any updates on my life, but yeah, for now it's how it stands. I'm looking for a job. I'm looking for a job, because yeah, or maybe I'll just quit and stay put for like a month or two to go to the gym to get myself in shape, to replenish myself, because my mental energy has been on a low since January. Because yeah, that was a pretty rough month. I don't know if you guys remember, but I was basically in a team of 4 people, ended up alone doing the job of 4 people from January to March. So yeah, whenever, like, one thing it's with myself, another thing is seeing the same kind of pressure being put on my colleagues and me not being able to do anything about it. So yeah, that was that. And again, I apologize for the lack of content, but this is another day. Let's do this shit. Hey Adam, welcome to the live stream, man. How are you doing? Leaving Williams at the end of the season? I will if I am a champion. I will if I am a champion. If not, I will try to win it again, but I will probably not upgrade. So yeah, let's do this. Let's get a setup in the car. Let's load the setup. Let's see. You are at Baku? How is it going? Where is it? China. China,
When you
there
get
it
a
is.
chance, make sure to run some of our practice programs. They don't all need to be done in one session, but there's valuable data there to help race strategy and car development.
Okay, I will race as it is, and then I will make changes as I see fit. Let's do this. I'm really excited to play it today. I'm really happy. Have I thought about any teams? I would like to go to something like Renault, or I mean, there's two options. I could go to Force India, or I could I could go to Mercedes. I could go to Force India or go to Mercedes, because Mercedes are not absolutely the top team anymore, right? So going to Mercedes would still be fine. I will still have competition. So at the end of the season, I'll see how the development stuff is, and if Mercedes is like further ahead than everybody else, I won't go there. But if it is like in the middle of a fight for the top or something like that, if we have competition in the Mercedes, god damn it, yeah, I'm not used to this. God damn it, I'm not used to this. I got a T3 Prix Pro pedal set, so I'm still not used to it. Hey Billy Manili, what's up? Has my online racing started? I'm not doing online racing yet. Oh my god. I don't have the time to practice for league racing. Okay, yeah, let me get acclimatized to the car. Hey Chris, what's up, man? What's the difference between Pro and normal TT Prix? First of all, the building materials, and second of all, the brakes are completely different. How can I get the Martini livery? You can go to a website. By the way, Jiwon Sam NL, welcome to the live stream. How are you doing? You can go to a website that is racedepartments.com. It is a league racing website that also has a section for mods, and that's where I got this mod. Okay, let me do this again.
That's looking good. Now let's try for purple. You'll get a bonus for consistency if you can chain good corners together.
I can go quicker through turn 1. It's just that I have to follow the gates, so I have to take a line that I usually do not get. But yeah, the car is feeling very nicely. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I started turning to this long left-hander too early. Lost a couple tenths, maybe half a second there, because I turned in too early. I've always hated this double apex left-hander, but that's because I'm bad. Turn! Hey Alejandro! Bienvenido! How are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Oh, dude, don't worry, man. I'm going to do plenty of career modes in this game. I'm going to go to McLaren or Renault, or maybe I could even go to McLaren and then jump to Renault, like be like a Renault development driver, and first go to a Renault-based team or a Renault-powered team, like McLaren. And then graduates, if we can call it that, graduates to the works Renault team. Of course, Renault doesn't have a B team per se, but yeah, it's I could do something like that, right? the possibilities are endless, really. Like in this career mode, in this exact career mode, I'm doing sort of the role of a Mercedes development driver, right? So let's see how this goes. What is the fastest car? At this point in the career mode, Williams is the fastest car. Even though it's not, like, in terms of the graphic, it's the best car, but on track, it's not the best car. It's up there, but it's not the best on track. Because, for example, we have the best power units.
I know it's tempting to focus entirely on the race.
Because, for example, we have the best power unit, but we don't have the quickest power unit. Because we did lots of developments in the ERS and fuel saving, but we didn't do as many upgrades on the horsepower of the car. Which means, yes, we have the best power unit, but we don't have the most horsepower out of all power units. You know what I mean? I believe the way I'm saying this, it makes sense. Or hopefully it does. I just wanted to let you know you're better than me at Portuguese. I mean, I'm Portuguese, so that's you are probably better than me. No, you are not English. I mean, an Englishman would be better than me in English, just because it's natural for them, right? I try my best to not have broken English, but sometimes it's impossible. Oh, goddammit, wrong button. Okay, let's go to the tire management. I felt the car very grippy in the medium, so I'm expecting even better levels of grip now in this practice program. I'm satisfied with setup on the mediums. Let's see how it goes on the softs. Man, I'm so happy with the car. I really want to have a good race. If it is possible to, I guess it is possible to get it every season, or maybe there's an algorithm that prevents it from happening every season. But yeah, I'm guessing it's kinda random. Logic session with Ruben, yeah, right? The rear of the car wanted to run away from me for a second there. Losing time because I'm very slow on those first couple corners. Very slow through there. Okay, I need to be better than this. Come on. Ah, I went on the brakes slightly too late. God damn it. I suck. Come on. Yeah, the championship starts now for me because we were very unlucky over the weekend. But now I'm going to come back strong. Come on. Which game do I prefer, 2017 or 2018? In terms of a game overall, I prefer 2018, but I was better in F1 2017. And I was even better in F1 2016. In F1 2016, I was consistently top 50 in the leaderboards on time trial. I was top 10 in the career score. Dude, I was so fucking quick in F1 2016, man. It's not even a joke. Hey Fabiano, bem-vindo! What's up?
We don't get the time delta back in the green.
Much better this time around. Fucking beauty, come on. Have I tried time trial in this game? No, because since day 2 or 3 of having this game, I got the mod for the Martini livery, and since I have the mod, online doesn't work, so I didn't even bother trying it. No, I got lots of tire wear in that braking zone. God damn it, let me try again. I want purple. Come on, baby. Let's do this. A bit slower this time around, but whatever. Come on, a bit slower, Alpha 10 lost, I'm being too smooth on the tires. Need to be slightly more aggressive. I was a bit afraid of losing the rear, but I had to risk it. Come on, baby. Come on. We did it. Oh, I was looking. I suck. Yeah. Okay, we did it.
Very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information.
You can't Portuguese? No, don't worry, man. I can't Dutch. For example, I can't Dutch. I can't French. I can't Chinese. Not everybody is going to get everything done. What's my favorite car on the grid this year? It's always the Red Bull for me, because I like the livery the most, James. It's my favorite car on the grid has always been the Red Bull. I just like their livery the most, so that's basically it for me. Hamilton 18th, what in your qualifying or your race, Adam? Is Hamilton 18th in Baku? Let's go to the fuel management now. This one is going to be harder. Oh, fortunately, I have someone in front of me. Maybe I can slipstream and kinda cheese the delta a bit. Oh, I swear to God, I only got purple in that tire wear thing because the only way I could get through the delta was by using ERS modes. But in this program, you don't have ERS modes, so it's... yeah, I don't think I can do it. No! See, 3/10 off already. Yeah. This is hard for me without ERS modes. One second off. God damn it, I suck. I'm quick in a straight line, apparently, though. Okay, I'm going to try it one more lap, and if I can't, I'm just going to move on. Yeah, like the translation for sentence is not what Google Translate gave you. That word sentença is mostly used in like court, you know. The sentença is like the penalty for a crime, you know, or for any infraction. That's called the sentença. Because in English it's sentence, right? But yeah, that's poorly translated. So yeah, everything else was right, but yeah. Yeah, I'm going to give up on this practice program. I suck at the game, whatever. Is Stroll topping the championship? Yes, he is. ERS management. I don't know if I can pull this thing off, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Not getting the best lines. I'm yeah, there are words in Portuguese that have double meaning.
That lap was too slow. You need to find more speed. Make sure to properly utilize your ERS modes.
Come on! You gotta go? Okay, Chris. See you later, man. Have a good night. Fuck, I got the inside curb. That cannon settled the car. I couldn't really go full throttle over that curb, otherwise I would lose the rear. That cost me 1/10 or 2. And now I went very wide on the entry of this corner. Fuck, I'm bottling it. Ah, what am I doing? Come on. Yeah, that I know it's spelled dual, it's just a pronunciation thing. Come on.
Your pace is too slow. Make sure to adjust your ERS mode to find the balance between speed and energy management.
I never carried the amount of speed I need through that right-hander. Come on! When is the hey Meat, what's up? When is the next Forza Horizon 4? Tomorrow. Brandon! Yes, Portuguese. We had lots of colonies, right, during the discovery period. So lots of places in Africa speak Portuguese. Brazil speaks Portuguese. Is a bit different. It's like British and American English. It's the same difference, you know, between Portuguese from Portugal and Portuguese from Brazil. It's the same as English from England and English from America, for example. You know, there are some terms that are different, but the basis is the same. It's English or it's Portuguese, right? Do I think Mercedes should have used team orders or not? I don't think. I think they should. Like, they are getting paid to win. Hamilton is the one in a position to win it. Hamilton and Mercedes wants to wrap it up as soon as possible. Yes, it sucks for Bottas. I agree. It's very bad, like, for the sport. I don't believe it's good for the sport. But it's the best for Mercedes, right? And Mercedes only has to worry about what's good for Mercedes, right? So, yeah. Okay, I suck at the game. Let's try this corner again. I'm stuck at 1k subs because I use the racing line and stuff like that. Some people are kind of elitists about that sort of thing. Okay, I got green, I'm happy with that. Whatever. I'm done, I'm out. I'm out. They technically took the win away from Bottas. Yes, I agree with you. And like, it's not, in terms of like morals, if I can employ that term, it's not the best thing to do, right? Bottas was pissed. Hamilton himself, he's hard on himself. Hamilton himself is hard on himself, right? And I believe him when he says he doesn't feel like he deserved the win. I mean,
our best lap so far is a 1 minute.
I mean, he still has to get the job done, right? If he doesn't get past Vettel, give me a moment. Okay. Jardel. Ah, okay. Sorry, my grandfather was watching Benfica versus AEK from Athens, so it was giving me an update on that game for the Champions League. But yeah, if Hamilton doesn't overtake Vettel, is never going to get in the position for Bottas to let him through, right? So Hamilton had to get the job done before that point, right? Hamilton had to work to get to that position, and that's what he's supposed to do, is what he's paid to do. He's paid to get the lead, he's paid in that circumstance, he's paid to get in front of Vettel, right? And he did it. Ferrari has done the same thing in the past. I don't like to take it in like Ferrari versus Mercedes, in that almost, I don't want to get into those kinds of politics within different teams, because there are times where Ferrari did it, there are times where Ferrari didn't do it, there were times where Ferrari was reluctant in doing it. For example, Germany, if they were decisive and said, okay, Raikkonen let Vettel through, Vettel lost time because they didn't really want to tell Raikkonen to let him by. They were trying to be fair to Raikkonen, but at the same time, Vettel is number one, right? In your opinion, Mercedes should have let them fight. I agree with that. I agree with that. But what I'm saying is that I also understand, and I cannot not get behind the feeling that as a team, Mercedes wants to get the Constructors' Championship and they want to get the Drivers' Championship. I agree that Hamilton would win the championship. In my opinion, Hamilton will win the championship had he finished in first in Sunday or had he finished third. The gap is too big. I think Hamilton will be a champion, but I can also understand, and for me it makes perfect sense, that Mercedes as the team, they want to wrap the championships early as they can, right? They want to get it wrapped up, and that's just how it is, right? And for them to make Bottas let Hamilton through is the quickest way to get Hamilton to wrap it up the earliest, because let's not forget, a Malaysia can happen, right? Let's not forget, Hamilton can crash. Hamilton, Hamilton bottled 28 Hamilton bottled 08. Yes, it was his first season, I believe. He was a rookie, whatever. He was unexperienced. And like Vettel crashed at Germany. That's not a crash that happens every single time, especially to a fucking 4 times world champion, right? He bottled it. Hamilton can bottle it, right? Something like Austria can happen to both Mercedes again. So yeah, I don't. It wasn't great for the spectacle, but for Mercedes as the team, it was the best for their own interests. And I can't be opposed to that, because they are paid to win, right? They are doing their job to get it as soon as possible. So yeah, okay, Nuno, you gotta go. See you tomorrow, man. Have a good night. Hopefully you get some good rest. So yeah, I don't, in terms of the spectacle, I don't get behind that decision, but in terms of a business, in terms of the objectives of the team, I can completely understand it. So it's tricky, but it's just how it is at the moment. A5U Games, welcome to the live stream. How are you doing? So let me, what was I going to do? I went on a rant there, fucking hell. I should create a freaking podcast. Let's go to race strategy first. I like doing race strategy before the qualifying simulation. Yeah. So let's do this. Whoa, I lost lots of time in that right-hander. Wow. Okay, let me go at it again. Yeah. Let's do this properly. Come on. You gotta go at them. Oh, okay. Okay. I appreciate that you can still watch it. I appreciate, man. Thanks a lot. Have a good night, man. I got the curb on the inside, on the outside. That's not good. Not good at all. Time flies when I have to get political. Yes, it does, right? Verstappen starts though. Yeah, that was insane. That looked like me in this game. It looked like he was playing F1 2018. No!
Are you okay? That was a big one.
I'm ashamed
You're
of
okay,
myself.
please.
I'm ashamed of myself.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
I need more front end bite. That's what I need. Hamilton is awesome, I agree. He's a great driver. He's one of the best ever in my opinion. In my opinion, no one will ever beat Senna, but Hamilton is definitely up there.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
For me, the best ever, my favorite driver ever is Senna. From the current drivers, my favorite driver is Verstappen. But again, I don't believe myself to be a fan of any specific driver. I just like Verstappen the most. But I don't care if he wins or loses. I'm not like cheering for him. As long as the race is good, I'm fine with that.
Super job so far. We're getting...
Okay, we got purple. Whew. So yeah, I'm sorry guys, I was trying to focus, I lost a bit of... yeah, I tend to Alonso... you think Alonso would have pushed Hamilton a lot more than Vettel. I believe so as well. You think Alonso is the best driver in F1? I mean, he's great. He always made a great case for it. Because he always overachieved with the cars he had. Even when he was battling in 2013, I believe. Even when 2012 or 2013, even when he was battling all the way until Brazil with Vettel, that car wasn't as good as the Red Bull, right? And he took it to the last race, or close to last race, or whatever that was, you know. So yeah, I agree with you. Alonso always overachieved these cars. You like Bottas isn't up his own horse and he has talent. Yeah, he has lots of talents. I follow Bottas since GP3.
Our best lap so far is a 1:31.9.
Alonso has a big talent and an even bigger mouth. Yes, he does. That's the flaw of Alonso. That's why he doesn't have as many doors open as he probably deserves. Because he talks. He doesn't give a shit, right? But sometimes when you don't give a shit, there are people who do give a shit, and then you get screwed. I think Alonso got screwed because he talks too much. So yeah. What do I think on Ricciardo's move to Renault? It was the only way Ricciardo was going to get to be the leader on a team. That's why, like, Ricciardo has no space at Red Bull. They are clearly trying to make Verstappen the best, the leader of that team. And I love Ricciardo, but in terms of, like, he wants to be the leader. He has enough talents to be the leader, and yeah. That's why he went to Renault, because he can be the leader there. As much as I like Nico Hülkenberg, I think when Ricciardo gets there, Ricciardo is going to be the leader. He's going to push Hülkenberg, and Hülkenberg might push back, because Hülkenberg is no slouch, right? But yeah, he's going to be, Ricciardo is going to be the leader at Ferrari. Sorry, at Renault. So yeah. Yeah, but as I was saying, I follow Bottas since GP3 because he was actually competing for the title with Antonio Felix da Costa, and that's when I got my eyes opened to Bottas, and I really like him since back then. Yeah, I really do like him. Okay, so aerodynamics, I would like to make that. Yeah, let's go to the qualifying pace. Let's see what we can do. What do I think caused Senna's crash? I'll get into that. I'll get into that if you guys want. Just give me a moment. Let me focus on this lap. Yeah, the qualifying delta is so OP. It wasn't the steering column. It was a problem with the floor. Yeah, okay, whatever. Let me return to garage. I'm not going to get this thing. Because, like, if you see the onboards and stuff, there is movement on the wheel. There's, like, vertical movement on the wheel. But the wheels of that car, the wheel of that car was designed to do that sort of movement. It wasn't a broken steering column. It was something on the floor. Because, you know, at that period, the cars used to jump.
Remind you to keep an eye on your tyre usage.
Come on, I want to talk. Why does it interrupt me every single time, goddammit? Like, you know, at that period, the cars jumped, right? There were some parts of some tracks where the cars literally came off the ground for a bit. You guys probably saw it plenty of times, right? And in one of those areas, he landed and something on the floor broke. Completely, like, the car smashing the ground completely blocked the airflow under the car, and it basically created a vacuum seal. You know, like, if you go search ground effects, the cars, I don't remember the period, but there was a period where it was banned for a reason. Like, the cars using the airflow under the car, they could gain massive improves on grip, right? So there was something that broke on the floor of the car, and it didn't just redirected air to create grip. It literally sucked the air out of the car. The car basically got vacuum sealed under like on the floor. So it got like glued to the ground. What Senna did at that corner, since it was a left-hander, Senna tried to go to the right and then to the left to basically like drift the car. He wanted to get the car loose because at that speed the car was never going to turn. So it was going to crash anyways. He just tried to go further to the right to then make the car drift. So he was able to go to the right and then he wasn't able to go to the left. The car was so sucked on the ground that he literally, like, he couldn't make enough force at that speed to make the car turn to the left again. He couldn't get the car loose. The car was basically like sitting on rails as soon as the floor broke. I'm not an aerodynamicist, but this really makes sense to me. I would like to be able to explain to you guys better than what I'm able to. But like the car basically got vacuum sealed to the ground. It couldn't do anything. And then not only the impact, but then it was also a spring from the suspension or something like that. It was either the tire or the spring. Something broke, and like you saw the damage to Massa's helmet. And like, how many years have been then between Senna's crash and Massa's crash, and the developments on driver safety and in the equipment. And you saw what happened to Massa. He got knocked out. Right? It was out of it. It just was out of it and then crashed. So for a suspension arm and for it to break and shoot to his head, you imagine like the G-forces those things are designed to take, and the G-force that forced it to break and like shoot, you know. Yeah, that. It was either the impact or after in the moment of the impact, a tire of a suspension arm or something. Yeah, it was the suspension. Like the suspension, for the suspension to break, freaking hell, man. You guys saw plenty of accidents even in modern F1. For something like that to break and literally go flying, the amount of energy that gets released, like that's literally a freaking bullet. You can't stop it. If he was not dead, if Senna was not dead upon impact, he was dead by the suspension thing breaking, right? But yeah, the car got basically glued to the ground. He tried to go to the right to go to the left to make the car drift, to make something out of it, because the car was tight, the car was stuck on the ground. He went to the right, and at that speed he couldn't go back to the left, and yeah, that's what made it worse. If he didn't try, if he just braked and tried to not correct the car, he probably would have lived. He probably would have lived, because him trying to make the car loose made the angle, like from the car to the wall, it made the angle even worse. Maybe he was alive if he didn't try to correct it. That's the irony of it. If he didn't try to correct it, maybe he was alive. So, yeah. That's my take on it. That's what I believe happened. I'm not I'm not a mechanic, I'm not an aerodynamicist, but this to me makes sense. So that's what I believe. If I'm ever proven to be wrong, I'm wrong, whatever. But yeah, that's what I believe. Let's where can I retire? Let's go to quali.
Quick look at the classification at the end of the session then. Here are your top three. Vettel, Leclerc and Kimi Raikkonen. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, whatever. Leclerc in P2. How the fuck is... I mean, he was on Ultra Softs, right? But Leclerc in P2, okay. Yeah, like, there's even the conspiracy theory that, like, the black box was removed. Honestly, I don't care, honestly, about that, because what matters is that Senna died. That's way more important. I don't really care if it was, like, covered up or whatever. It's just... yeah. Okay, so yeah, we still have the same target. Weather forecast is dry. Okay, so we are ready then. Let's do this. Let's go for qualifying. You watched that live, you were 14. That was like, was it 93 or 94? Did he die in 93 or... I think it was 94. Wasn't it like May 94?
We'd like to welcome you from wherever in the world you join us.
May. Give me a moment. Maio, junho, julho, agosto, setembro, outubro, novembro, dezembro, janeiro, fevereiro. I was literally... it was May 94, right when Senna died. Yeah, it was 94. I was born almost exactly 9 months after his death. I'm the reincarnation of Senna. Nah, I'm just joking. But I think it's just something I joke about sometimes, because I was born like 9 months after Senna passed away. So yeah. Let's so let's see, fuel, let's get that. Yeah, let's fast forward. No, I'm yeah, I don't really care about, like, if all that matters to me is that Senna died, and for me that's the best ever, and we lost him prematurely. That's all that matters to me.
Checks complete. We're ready.
No, he like, because of Roland's death, he died in the previous day to Senna's death. Senna was thinking about not taking part in that race, but he gave it a long thought. He thought about it, and he said that it was just something that he had to do. He felt like he had to race, and he ends up dying. Like, it was basically, he died on the track, but he was basically born on the track as well. So that guy was built to race. That guy was born to race. And that's...
Okay, there's 2 minutes left in this session and we're in the drop zone. We need a quick lap, or that's qualifying over.
This might not be the best word to apply, but that's almost the beauty of it. He belonged on the track, and he died on the track. Man, I'm going to real talk with you guys. If someone was going to tell me, you today you can drive an F1 car, but you are going to die driving it, I would take it. I don't care. I would rather die making my dreams come true than just die like alone in like a pension, or you know, or dying of old age, just, or maybe dying of cancer or something like that. You know, I would go if I had to. If someone told me I was going to go away crashing an F1 car, I would take it. Raikkonen is on freaking softs, only now I noticed. That was a terrible middle sector. Fuck, I got... Is it me sucking? Was that a bad lap? Please let me know, guys. Was that a bad lap? Guys, please compare my lap time. I'm going to see. It's a 1:29.6. Let's see what's going to be pole time. In the rundown of the grid, let's see what pole time was. Come on. I have the best freaking car on the grid. Just by default, I should be going out of Q2, of Q1. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. The doctor, like Sid Watkins, tried to convince him to not race, but
tough luck there. It's not quite where we'd want to be on the grid, but chin up. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, Barrichello broke his leg. Like, Barrichello broke his leg, Roland died, and Senna died. All in that weekend. Yeah, okay, let's do this. What do I think I was worse? Lauda's crash or Senna's? Lauda's was worse. Because if he was going to die, he was going to be burned alive. Like, at least Senna, it was death within like moments of impact. If he didn't die of the impact, he died of the suspension arm or the tire or whatever. Like, Lauda was going to be burnt alive. That's much worse. Much worse.
Ever since the Sauber of Felipe Massa passed Jenson Button into turn 1 at the very first Chinese Grand Prix in 2004, Shanghai has consistently provided close racing and extraordinary memories. It's where Lewis Hamilton effectively lost the title in his rookie year, and it's where Nico Rosberg claimed Mercedes' first win of the modern era in 2012. Shanghai International Circuit then, a 16-corner high-speed thrill ride. The long and ever-tightening right-hander at turns 1 and 2 tests a driver's patience, and the flat, open to the elements location, test their skill in a crosswind. 2 DRS zones will assist passing, and overtaking is available into turn 1, and of course down the kilometre-long back straight into the hairpin at turn 14.
Don't forget, I got 1:28.6 or 29.6. 29.6, wasn't it?
Ready
Yeah.
to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ocon, Alonso, Sergio Perez, and Stroll. Vettel, they've taken a grid penalty. Hulkenberg, Leclerc, and Kevin Magnussen. Verstappen, Sainz, Roman Grosjean, and Hartley, Gasly, the captain, Kimi Raikkonen, and Marcus Ericsson. Van Dorn and Daniel Ricciardo rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
2 seconds quicker. 2 seconds quicker than pole. You don't remember Barrichello breaking his leg? Like, he went over the barrier. Like, his car went up in the air. And, like, I believe, if I remember that correctly, it went over the barrier and got, like, caught by a fence. Something like that. Like, his car, it just flew. If that's the crash I'm remembering correctly. Of course, all of that was before I was even born. So, I'm only remembering from, like, YouTube and stuff like that, and tapes and stuff like that. So my memory might not be the best, but if that's the crash I'm remembering, then yeah, Barrichello's car just flew, and he broke his leg. Yeah, he spent a couple days or maybe weeks on the hospital. I don't know how long it was, but yeah, he went to the hospital. He got a broken leg. Villeneuve was basically just thrown away from his car. Like, his own car flipped and threw him off his own car. He literally got ejected from his car. Maybe time to drop the difficulty for the quali? Maybe. I don't know. Hell no, I'm not going on ultras. This is the qualifying tire. I'm not going on ultras. Maybe at the end, but you wish. Yeah, something along these lines. No, that's not. Come on, I can do over 10 laps on a set of ultras late in the race when the car is light. Come on, don't joke me. Don't joke around with me. Let's do this.
Let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can.
I'm starting behind both Toro Rossos. Like, Sauber's, the worst car on the grid, have qualified in front of me. What was pole? 131 something. You mean the time or the driver? The driver was Hamilton. The time was 131 something. Oh my god. Well, I'm gonna need it, James. I'm gonna need it. Hopefully we can get a good launch. Okay, boys, let's do this. He's the engineer equivalent to Jim Clark. Jim Clark, maybe James Hunt would be a more accurate. No? James Hunt? Wasn't he more of a ladies' man than Jim Clark? I don't know. I don't know anything about Clark. God damn it! Freaking wheel spin. Why does it always happen to me? These guys are so slow. Okay. Properly. Oh my god, Gasly! Fucking hell, I'm there!
That start was okay. Now stay alert for threats around you.
I'm forgetting I'm on softs and they are on ultras. See, that's something with the game. And this has always happened. Why does the Sauber have more top speed than me? Just because he has softer tires. Tire compound does not equal higher horsepower. Are you listening to me, Codemasters? Softer tires do not equal higher top speed. Why I'm not able to pass, like, why? What's the logic behind me not getting past Ericsson?
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Turn! Look at this. Oh my god, someone... Whew, I thought I was going to get brake checked by Sainz because someone went side by side there. Let's take a look at that. Not helpful. Yeah, it had to be K-Mag walking up, right? It's not a battle unless... By the way, it was Leclerc. It was Charles Leclerc going on the outside of K-Mag. At least K-Mag in real life was better behaved than K-Mag in the game. But yeah, those two, like, I really went on the brakes. I thought I was going to smash into them. But yeah.
Try to stay with him, he might make a mistake. You can still regain the position.
Yes! Get in there! Smooth as a baby's bottom. Freaking hell, get in. Come on, Charles, come to daddy.
We're trailing our teammate by 6.9 seconds.
Do you like the Chinese Grand Prix? I do like the Chinese Grand Prix. I do like it. There are only a couple corners I don't like, and I'm going to tell you which corners I don't like. I mean, the only corners I don't like is the double apex left-hander. That's like right after this corner. Yeah, I don't like this double apex left-hander. And I don't like the left-hander right after this. I don't like the left-hander right after this straight. Otherwise, I like the track, but I don't like this left-hander and the double apex left-hander before it. What's my favorite Grand Prix? Canada. I like the fact that it is a high-speed circuit, but that in some corners you have to be as precise as in Monaco, because the walls are right on the outside. So it's a high-speed circuit where you also have to be precise, and that's an even bigger challenge than Monaco. In my opinion. The only part I dislike about USA is the first two corners after the end of the first sector. Because I actually like that circuit. Even the more technical section in the beginning of sector 3, I like that. It's very hard for me to get right, but that's for the most part why I like it so much. Verstappen overtook Ocon, I believe. Yeah, I do like Paul Ricard.
Nice move. Good job.
What wheel do I use? I use the Trustmaster TSPC Racer. Oh my god. Come on! Hey Taboom, welcome to the live stream, man. How are you doing? Good morning, pal. Dude, I love Russia. I really do like it. I mean, corner cut galore, why shouldn't I like it? I feel like it's longer than it was in F1 2017. I never thought about it. I don't notice anything, but it might actually be. I just never thought about it. I always feel like it goes on forever, so. And another 500 meters don't really make much of a difference to me. Oh, Alonso is getting overtaken by Verstappen. I would like if those two battled a bit. Looks like Verstappen is pulling away. Maybe Alonso has problems? Oh, the leaders are starting to pit.
Is looking really good. You're managing it well.
You had a fun career race in Austria? Yeah, Austria is for the most part a fun place to race at. I really do like that circuit. Oh, Raikkonen has been going through the ranks as well as I have. He's up to P5, and I'm guessing he's catching up to me. I mean, I don't know, maybe not, because these tires, I'm sure, are starting to give in a bit, but he's quick. He's always going to be quick. I don't think so. I honestly, I believe that my Ferrari track.
Okay, gap to leader, 13.6 seconds.
I believe that might be more of a Ferrari track. I mean, even more than a Ferrari track, that's a Red Bull track, in my opinion. But yeah, Suzuka has never been much of a Mercedes track. Do you remember, like, last season or the season before that? Verstappen caught up to Hamilton and battled him there, so yeah, I don't think that is a Mercedes track.
Let's turn up the ERS deployment and burn some of this energy.
Who do I think is going to win in Japan? I would say Vettel. Vettel with Hamilton P2, Verstappen P3. Car in front.
Verstappen is ahead of you. Gap to car in front is 3.1 seconds. We're dropping back by around 0.4 a lap. They're on old ultra softs. Their tyres are 9 laps old. We think they've got at least 3 more stops. The time last lap was a 1 minute 35.3.
You think it will be a 1-2 for Red Bull? I mean, it's not out of possibility, because I believe that to be a very strong track for the Red Bulls. I think I don't know. I think, like, as good as the Red Bulls are on that track, I think there's a reason why it's only Mercedes and Ferrari in the front, you know. And I think it will be shown. Am I getting frame rate drops?
The car behind has come into the ultra soft tyre. That's the car behind, now on the ultra softs.
I'm not getting frame rate drops. It's been constantly at between 70 and 90.
18.
It's been consistently between 70 and 90, but I feel like it's the spacing between each drop, each frame, that's fucked up. Like, I feel like even though I'm getting 70, I'm not getting fluid image. You know, it's like the spacing between frames is all over the place. You know, Because I'm getting over 60, but I still feel sometimes like it's weird. I like how they are on a second ultra soft stint. Are they going ultra soft? Are they going to go on ultras 3 times? Are they going for a 3-stop? Is the Williams car fully upgraded? Not fully upgraded yet, but it's up there. You will have to go? Okay, Sid, have a good night, man. See you later.
Our gap behind is 5.6 seconds.
Okay, in how many laps do you think Bottas is going to catch me? By the way, in how many laps is Bottas going to catch me? And is Hamilton going to overtake Bottas in this race or not?
Catching you at a rate of about 2 seconds a lap.
Nice hacks, bro. Hey, not so foul, welcome to the live stream, or not so foul. I think it's not so foul. I think that's it. Is that right? Yeah, welcome to the live stream, man. How are you doing? Make that 5 laps. I believe it's going to be even less than that. But then again, I'm going to fight. I'm not exactly known for letting them buy me easily, so... Yeah, both are faster than me because they are on ultra softs.
Target is +1. Faster engine modes are available.
Those cars are going... those tires are going to degrade quickly. Like, within the next 5 laps, they are going to pit again. Oh, is the S pronounced? I thought it was a silent S. Cause like, I don't know if that's based on French, but sometimes, or most times, in French, like S's or X's are silent at the end of words, right? So yeah. Fuck.
Gap to teammate behind is 18.6 seconds. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Copy.
What time is the stream tomorrow? About 8 p.m. 8:30 p.m. That's usually, I usually get home at like 7:30, 8 p.m. So I can only start my live streams after that. By the way, I live in Portugal, so I have the London time. Like London time is the same as Lisbon time, as Portugal time. So well, boys, team orders were applied.
This lap, push hard on the in-lap.
What is the strategy? It's going to be soft, ultra soft for me. I believe they are on ultra, and then softs. I know they are on ultras for like 5 more laps, but I'm going to undercut them. I'm going to pit at lap 17.
Box this lap, please.
I believe the AI are on a 2 or 3 stopper. No, they are on a 3 stopper. I believe they are on a 3 stopper. Do I know if Macau still speaks Portuguese? I don't know if they ever spoke Portuguese. Did they? I actually don't know. Like, at the time of the revolution or whatever happens there, like their independence from Portugal, I wasn't like old enough to fully understand what was going on. I remember the period, I remember it vaguely, because I was like, what year did I was like 6, 7? Something along those lines. I remember the period, I remember the news talking about Macau. I just didn't understand any of it because I wasn't old enough to understand it. I believe they do still speak Portuguese because, like, if they spoke Portuguese at some point, I would suppose they still speak it. What does the championship look like? Stroll leads, followed by Raikkonen, then Hamilton, and I don't remember the others. Is it F1 or Forza for tomorrow? Forza. Tomorrow is Forza. Look at Bottas. Well, let them battle. I was going to pit anyways. Stroll is going on in a proper strategy.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tires.
Stroll! Not Stroll, Perez. What am I supposed to do? Dematerialize myself? Come on, man. I think I just broke his front wing, but that's not my fault. It doesn't look like he has anything broken. I'm supposed to pit in lap 44, so take it for 12 laps. I'm going to pit in lap 42. Where am I in the championship? I have 0 points. I got, like, both Bahrain and Australia were awfully unfortunate. Like, at Bahrain, I was in 4th place. I pitted to undercut people, and the safety car and the virtual safety car was deployed because Hamilton DNF'd. Hamilton and an engine blowout, and virtual safety car was deployed. I went from 4th to 18th. See, the guys on Ultrasoft start pitting again. Ricardo just pitted. Like Vettel, Raikkonen, both Mercedes, they are going to pit again. And it's going to be Stroll, Alonso and myself. Hey Danny, welcome to the live stream. How are you doing? Oh, Macau was ended over in 99. I was 4. At that time I was 4. So yeah, I have a vague memory of that time period. By the way, Macau is one of the, like, I would love F1 at Macau. That track is insane. Have you guys ever seen a WTCC race there? Like, that was an amazing track. I really do like it. Alonso, say goodbye. Sometimes you just gotta lick the stamp and send it.
Good job, nice overtake.
Why am I so nervous? I'm not nervous. Am I nervous? It's just the adrenaline. That might be why I'm speaking quickly or something. I don't feel nervous. I'm trying to focus on the game and talking at the same time. That's hard. Hey Mario Aperti, welcome to the live stream. Love from Portugal, man. Welcome to the live stream. F1 at Macau, I'm dreaming. Yes, I'm dreaming, but that would be awesome. God damn it, these curves on this corner, they are very bad.
Okay, gap ahead is
By the way, like I'm speaking quickly as well because I'm the sort of person to get lost in my train of thoughts. Like I forget about what I was going to say if I get interrupted by something. So if I have to focus on anything, if I have to interrupt myself to respond to something in game, I might lose my train of thought completely, because that usually happens to me quite a lot. See, they are on their third ultra stints. They are going to pit in lap 30 and then do around 20 laps, 25-ish laps. Yeah, they're going to pit like lap 33.
Right, the car behind has come in to put on the ultra soft tyre. That's the car behind, now on the ultra softs.
Car in front.
That is Lance ahead of you. Our gap to the car in front is 3.3 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 13 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:35.3.
Who was on pole? Hamilton. Vettel P2 but got a 5-place grid penalty for some reason. God damn it, I should have taken that left-hander tighter. I got the arrest, didn't I? I believe I did. Yep. Yeah, the middle sector, like, the AI is quicker than me in the middle sector. Especially because I, more often than not, always bot late, like in some minor detail. In some corner I break earlier or later or something along those lines. Bottas just jumped me. Bottas is going to win this Grand Prix. Bottas will win today.
Stroll's taken the lead.
Yeah, they are going for a 3-stopper, but whatever. At least it's making for an interesting race, which I appreciate. Please, Stroll, be a good wingman.
The gap to the car ahead is 2.9 seconds.
Yep, Bottas is going to eat him for breakfast. And it's going to be the end of that. Bottas is in P2 again, what? Wait, I'm confused. It was Stroll overtaking Bottas. So I'm guessing Bottas overtook him in the middle sector. And now Stroll re-overtakes him. The fuck? Okay. Because on the contract, it says that I'm the first driver, so I don't give a shit. He's a wingman. Do I like Lance Stroll? I do like him. I think people give him more shit than he deserves. It's not his fault that he has rich parents. If I had rich parents, I would be in F1 as well. I don't like... It's not his fault. And he's not a bad driver, as people tell him. Like, what has he done? Yeah, last season he spun in testing, he did dumb shit, he almost crashed in turn 1 in Australia. But what has he done this season that is that bad? You know? He's a good starter. He's a good starter. For me, he's one of the best starters on the grid. Just look at Canada. It's the only example I know, like from memory, but I'm sure there are more of those. Take a look at Canada. Take a look at his start at Canada. and like is better than people tell him. He did better in, what was it? Where is Nick Schumacher or Mick Schumacher or whatever he's called? Is it GP3 or F3 or whatever? I don't remember the name. Stroll did better in that championship than Schumacher is doing currently. I don't know who were the rivals of Stroll, but Stroll did better then than what Schumacher is doing now. Well, I wouldn't compare Stroll to Button. I'm not ready to do that. I don't think he has proven himself to be that good. But yeah, I think he's better than what people give him credit for. Oh, I get that you are using Button for an example. It's just, yeah, I'm just saying, like, comparing, I don't think he has proven himself to be as good. Maybe he is. Maybe he develops, like, he's still young as fuck, man. People can develop. Ericsson developed. Ericsson is a better driver now than what he was when he entered the sport. And he's like another guy. Like, people talk about Raikkonen, like, being sacked after potentially his best season, after he got back in Ferrari. But Ericsson, this is the best season for him. I always told people, give him a good midfield car and he's going to do stuff for you. He never got a midfield car. He always got back markers. What the fuck is he supposed to do when he always has back markers? Yes, his teammates beat him constantly, but that doesn't mean that he's a bad driver. It just means that he's not as good as Hamilton. That doesn't mean that he's a bad driver. It means he's not the quickest driver, you know. So yeah, I really like Ericsson. I like Stroll as well. This might be unpopular or something, but like, it's just the way I see stuff. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If it turns out any day that those guys are completely and utter shit, I'm wrong, and that's okay. Had to be Verstappen, didn't it? Fuck off! Do I think Button will come back? Nah, honestly I don't. Not that Button couldn't do it, it's that, like, he has nothing to prove. He's probably a multi-millionaire. Like, I don't know, if he's going to race wherever he can just to enjoy himself, because I believe he still has a passion, right, for it, but I don't think. He might try something. He might go and try something in like an endurance series, just because he can, because he's still talented enough to do it, right?
We've pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
Don't push me! You push me, I push you.
virtual safety car, reduce speed immediately.
Who DNF'd?
Positive delta.
I didn't
Okay,
notice.
slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
Who DNF'd? Did you guys catch it? I didn't. Let me check. Yeah, he's enjoying. Oh, it was Perez. Okay, it was Perez. He was doing a great race.
Okay,
He's my rival.
Perez, they are out of the race.
My rival is out of the Grand Prix. So, yeah. Jensen goes to IndyCar? I mean, I'm sure he would like the challenge. I like... does anyone find the Halo, like, does anyone enjoy the Halo? Is that what you are asking? I don't care about it. Like, I don't like it. I'm not opposing, like...
VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags.
Like, I'm never going to like the Halo, but, I mean... Like I've told you guys, if I had to die to be in an F1 car one day, I would. But that's me. I can't impose like my worldview on other people. If guys feel like they could only drive with the Halo, whatever, you know, like I wouldn't. I would prefer to not use it. But that's not me, right?
First place is 14.2 seconds.
They turned into me! I don't watch IndyCar because again, like it's an American sport. It's like in American time zone. I can barely watch ice hockey, let alone Indy, you know, but I would like, if I ever moved to America, I would see IndyCar. I just don't have time to do it. I like oval racing. There's a lot more strategy to oval racing than people think. Just go visit a YouTube channel called Empty Box. Go see those that guy's videos, because he does lots of indie racing on iRacing, and tell me if that doesn't have strategy. Tell me if that's only turning left. Please let me know. I know people use it a lot just as a joke, and it's supposed to be taken as a joke, but there are people who actually believe it. Like, go see that guy's videos, and then tell me if that has no strategy. Tell me if that's just turning left. I would love F1 to go back to Watkins Glen. Freaking hell, go to Road Atlanta, go to Road America, go freaking somewhere apart from a Miami street race. What are you doing? We don't need street races. Street races are boring as fuck. The only way Baku is exciting is because the drivers have apparently forgot how to drive every time they go into that racing track. Like, honestly. Don't make more street racing. That's boring. I can endure Monaco because that's a driver's challenge, and that's why, like, it's not a spectator track. You know, it's not meant to be a great spectacle. It's meant to be a challenge for the drivers, and I can take that. But don't do more street circuits, please. The Nürburgring? I prefer the Hockenheimring to the Nürburgring, in my opinion. I prefer it. I don't know, I just like it more.
Bottas is leading the race.
I mean, if you mean the Nordschleife, that's one thing. But the Nürburgring, just the GP track, I prefer the Hockenheim. I would love to see a Brands Hatch. That's probably like, I don't know how quickly a lap at Brands Hatch would be in an F1 car. But like, I was never alive on time to see F1 at Brands Hatch, so.
Gap ahead is 8.2 seconds.
Oh, I don't know like any layouts, honestly. I don't know like the names of any layouts. I don't even know what layout was used back in the day. Like, I feel like the layout used in F1 2013 was fine. Like in the historic contents in F1 2013. Oh my god, why do I have zero power on the brakes? Yeah, Hockenheim used to be longer itself, but I like this version. I never saw, again, like, I wasn't old enough, I'm not old enough to remember a race in Hockenheim like in the previous version. But I enjoy the current version of Hockenheim. I enjoy the current version of Hockenheim more than the current version of the Nürburgring. How do I feel using a 500 Euro PC wheel? I mean, it's the best wheel I ever owned. I feel like it's very, very good. You can feel the difference. I went from the T150 to this, and I can feel the difference. A lot more precise. Like, I don't know, the force feedback is tougher, more detailed.
A new strategy is available on the MFT.
By the way, PCR, welcome to the live stream. Car in front. What?
Copy that.
What? I didn't... Okay, I was planning to pit on lap 42 anyways.
Lance is in for his stop.
Am I going to try iRacing? Eventually. Eventually, I would like to. And do serious racing? I did serious racing. Like, I took a part in a couple seasons of actual, like, online racing. And I won in F1 2016. I was very quick. I was quicker in F1 2016 than in this game. And I won a world championship in F1 2016, like league racing. iRacing, I won't do it for now. Because like I would eventually do it, but for that I would need to have time to invest in it, to actually get good at it. Fuck my life!
6.6.
He literally just drove into me and... Am I going to Famalicão Extreme Racing? Is that an event or is that a sim racing team? I never, like, I don't know anything about it. I never played iRacing. Like, I see like Jimmy Broadbent and Empty Box, and like it's a great game. It looks very fun. Do I actually do any league races anymore? No, I don't. At this point of my life, I cannot. How am I up to P2? I'm guessing people beaten.
The gap to the leader is 24.2 seconds.
It's an event and it has good simulators. Yeah, if I had my driver's license, I would probably drive and like go there. But I don't have it yet. I don't have... I honestly... Like, I need to go to the gym, I need to take my driver's license, but I can't do that while going to work, getting home at 7 PM and doing YouTube. I either do YouTube or go to the gym. I either do YouTube or get my driver's license, you know?
The car ahead has come in and fitted the soft tire.
Maybe it's just poor time management on my part, but that's like how I feel at this point of my life. I feel like I have to choose because I feel like I don't have time to do everything. Am I going to play Gran Turismo? I actually played Gran Turismo. I didn't get too much into it because I bought it expecting it to have like single player, and it didn't. It was a bit of a disappointment. I have buzzes. I didn't know about that. I honestly didn't know about that. Of course, I know there are buzzes, but I don't know like the where they go to or any of that. I don't travel much, so yeah. You gotta go, you gotta go, Ka. Okay, man. See you later. Yeah, Bottas is going to win this Grand Prix.
The gap behind us is 3.3 seconds.
Verstappen is on brand new softs as well. The thing is that they are on softs and I'm going on ultras. So perhaps I could get a podium. Not sure. What's my favorite game? My favorite racing game? F1. Have I tried sim games? No, I never tried it. I mean, I don't know if GT Sport is considered a sim, but no, I never tried any sims. Oh, like overall in every single, like, for me, every single game ever? My favorites? My top 3 is first, The Last of Us. Second, the entire Brothers in Arms franchise. Have a Train to Famalicão? Oh, okay.
Good job. Nice.
I could look into it then. Oh, it's every hour? Yeah, I didn't know. Again, I don't get out much. I really do not. I basically have no life, so yeah. But yeah, top 3 is Last of Us, then the Brothers in Arms franchise. I actually played all 3 games of the Brothers in Arms franchise in the channel. If you guys go to the playlist, you are going to find it. And F1, the F1 franchise, I like it. It's third for me. Do I plan to play Isle of Man? I don't know, I never thought about it. I'm not too much into motorcycles. If you come, you'll take a picture with me? Okay. When is that going to be? Like, what days is that going to be at? #12 and 13 of October, okay. Do I like football? I like playing football. Watching football, for me, like, I like it less and less nowadays. I like less and less of it.
6.8 seconds.
Like, pro football is becoming more and more of a joke, in my opinion. Like, the guys are focusing more on trying to fool the referee and gain fouls than actually playing proper football. That's how I feel. And then, like, people blame the referees and stuff. Yes, sometimes referees fuck up royally, but man, if you had people like trying to fuck you over every single time,
Increase ERS deployment. It's time to use some of this charge.
sometimes you are going to fall for it. If you have people trying to fool you like that multiple times in 90 minutes, sometimes you are going to fall for those fakes. Like me, I prefer ice hockey. If someone is trying to behave like a jackass, gets 3 punches in the face and drop done. Like, that's why I like ice hockey. Stuff gets settled in the proper, like, in the match. If you have any problems, if you touch my guy, I'm gonna punch your teeth in. And that's just in my opinion. If you try to injure the star of my team, I'm going to kick you in the nose. And that's fair for me. So yeah. Because people can die in that game. It's not like people cannot die playing football, but like in terms of contacts, in terms of injuries, ice hockey has the potential to have worse injuries than football. You gotta go, Tabum? Okay, man, see you later. Have a good night. I mean, you are in New Zealand, so have a good day, man. Do you think it's better than F1? I believe, yeah, in terms like of a game, iRacing is a sim, right? F1 tries to be sort of realistic, but it never tries to be a sim, right? So, yeah. But yeah, I believe overall it is a better game. I think that's expected. Hey Chocolate, welcome to the live stream. How are you doing? Yeah, I would have more interaction, I believe, because people like are kinda elitists. Like, people think I apparently suck at this game because I use the racing line. You know? Like, I mean, am I a bad driver? I'm not esports level. But, like, I'm probably faster than, like, over half of the players of this game, right? I mean, yes, I'm not the quickest guy in the world in a sim, but I'm quick in a game, but apparently I suck because I use the racing line, you know? And I don't think that makes any sense. Hey Miguel, parabéns! Happy birthday, man!
Brilliant. Nice move.
Okay, my wheel decided to screw me over. Oh my god, I'm going to be so pissed off. The wheel decided to not upshift for a bit there.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the ultra softs. Gap to teammate behind is 4.4 seconds.
Do I play other racing games? I play racing games other than F1 and Forza. Not at the moment. But again, I do have GT Sports. I have Gravel, a game that I also made an entire playthrough in the channel. I have Dirt 4, even though I don't As a kid, I used to love rally games. I don't like them as much anymore. They are way harder and I suck at them. But yeah, I'm not too into rally anymore. But I dipped my foot in Dirt 4. So at the moment, all I do is F1 and Forza, yeah.
Pit window open. Let's box this lap.
Yeah, rally is supposed to be hard, right? It's just that I used to be better as a kid. I don't know where those skills went to. I used to be quite good. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I sucked. But you know, like, I believe I like to think myself as a good player in, like, the Colin McRae games. Maybe I just sucked. Yeah, it's a good challenge. Just, I always overstep my boundaries. I always go like 10 kilometers too fast into a corner and just go like into a tree, you know? Like that's the sort of thing that tends to happen when I play rally games. I don't know why. Maybe I just suck. Three-wide battle for P3. Well, this is it. Let those three battle. Oh, thank God. I was so afraid.
Release. We'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in our strategy.
Well, I think I can say goodbye to the top 5. I don't think I should be losing this much ground. Like, I have the best car in the game.
Push. ERS to overtake.
Do I like this car? I do like this car. It's just that, I don't know, it feels like, compared to the AI, I'm slower this season than I was last season. And I don't understand why. I don't know what happened. See, why am I taking this long to catch up to Charles? Like, is it my setup? Is it me? Yeah, delivery is quite boring. Come on. Get in. Let's see, can I get to Ricciardo?
Ahead is 8.2 seconds.
I would like to get up and overtake Alonso. To get up to and overtake Alonso. I don't know if that's possible though. Teammate status.
Lance is in P7 at the moment. We're trailing our teammate by 7.1 seconds. They're on old softs. The time last lap was a 1 minute 36.2.
Okay, let's try to be the quickest we can. Let's do this, boys.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon.
Okay, when they had newer tires, they were getting better traction than me because they were on newer tires. Now I'm on 2 steps softer tires and they still get better traction than me. Come on!
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
I'm not going to pit again, game.
Understood, copy that.
What is the worst car at the moment? Sauber. But they are very close to McLaren and Toro Rosso. It's not... In terms of on-track performance, they are not the worst car. I think on-track performance, the worst car is the McLaren.
Good job, nice overtake.
Turn! The R&D page isn't right most of the time. I mean, Yeah, the thing is that it depends on what upgrades you do. Again, I have the best power unit, but that's because of my fuel efficiency, not because of my outright straight line speed. You know, I don't have the most horsepower, but yes, overall I am the best power unit because my fuel consumption is bigger than the horsepower advantage the other teams have. In terms of like the graphics, the upgrades themselves, you know? Does Hamilton have problems? Guys, please in the chat, please give me some Fs to pay respects to Hamilton's race. Because he started on pole and he's going to finish in P7 most likely, because I will overtake him. See, better traction again. How is that possible? Yeah, Hamilton definitely has problems.
Our gap behind is 2.7 seconds.
Are you joking me, Ocon?
Distance to the leader is 48.2 seconds.
Yeah, he does have engine problems, but he was very, very slow. To be overtaken by a Force India in the manner in which he was being overtaken, I know that Force India locked up, but still. The Hamilton is having severe issues. Like, I'm pulling away from him quite easily. He definitely has issues. He wins Australia, DNFs in Bahrain, and has issues in this Grand Prix. Wow, reliability from Mercedes OP. Thank God I'm using a Mercedes engine, right? Alonso, you go on the graphics, Alonso has the worst car on the grid. How is Ep.45? That's something else I don't understand. Like, Ricciardo was stuck behind the Toro Rosso. How does that happen? I'm maintaining the gap to Alonso. How is this possible? Car in front.
Alonso is ahead of you. The gap to the car ahead is 7.3 seconds. You're gaining by a full second per lap.
That's
Good
not
job.
true.
They're on old softs. Their tyres are 18 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:33.3.
Well, by the way, if I'm only gaining, I don't think that's true, but if I'm only gaining 1 second per lap, then I'm done. I won't get into the top 5. I would like to. So, come on, let's do this.
Gap to car in front is 6.4 seconds.
I'm really pushing my body. Like my arms are aching at this point. I'm really like going to the limits, even of my physicality. You know, like I'm pushing.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Come on, baby. Let's do this. I know you want it. Come on, I know you can do it. Yes, I'm going to complete 10 seasons. Then if there's a mod out for like, if the 2019 cars are unveiled by then yes, I will have a mod. If not, I'll do another 10 season career mode. And then it depends. Like, if the mod comes out in the middle of it, I'm going to create a new one, and I'm going to leave that one like on standby or something along those lines. But for me, it's fine. We are going to, once we get to that bridge, we will cross it. I'll decide. We will decide in which way we are going to cross that river when we get to it.
Okay, gap ahead is 4.7 seconds.
Hey Speed Killer, how is the season going? Poorly. 15th in Australia, because we got race compromised. Both Haas at the moment right in front of me, I had nowhere to go. And then in Bahrain, we got the DNF. In this race, we qualified 16th. 2 seconds quicker than pole, by the way. 2 seconds quicker than pole, and I only got 16th. But whatever. Qualified from 16th, and yeah, I'm trying to get to Alonso. I'm trying to get to the top 5, which, like, I'm gaining 1 second on him per lap. But if I'm over 3 seconds with 2 laps to go, it's not a good like pace of gaining by, you know. 1 second per lap, and you have more seconds than laps done, or laps to go. Yeah, see, I didn't gain 1 second this lap. So yeah, I'm not getting Alonso. I would have to gain 2 seconds per lap now. When did I start doing 100% races? Since I picked up F1 games. My first F1 game was F105, back in the old PS2. And yeah, I always done 100% races. Yeah, there's plenty of racing left, but It's so weird, man. The game became so weird. I have the best car on the grid and I feel worse compared to everybody else. I honestly don't know what's going on. Maybe I should go to like 108 AI for qualifying. The thing is that you can't do that. You can't change AI between sessions, right? So yeah.
Battery charge is low. If we turn down the ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy.
Yep, unfortunately, it will be too little too late. I don't think I will get to Alonso.
The gap behind us is 7.5 seconds.
Well, at least Bottas is going to win this Grand Prix, and Hamilton had problems, so he might finish outside of the top 10. So at least that is like redemption for what happened in the real life Grand Prix. Well, I don't know if what's going on then, like if the game is trying to keep it challenging to me, like it's not like it wasn't challenging before, you know, it's just weird. Like every single race is like a last to first challenge, you know. The game was challenging before.
This is your final lap of the race.
Alonso, please lock up somewhere.
By 24.5 seconds.
Alonso, please lock up somewhere and go to Narnia. Come on. And there you have it. Valtteri Bottas takes home the win of this Chinese Grand Prix. Mercedes is the first team to get both drivers as race winners. It's going to be Raikkonen P2, Verstappen P3, Vettel P4, Alonso P5, me in P6, Ocon in P7, or maybe Ricciardo. Those two are still battling. And I believe Stroll to be 9th or 10th. Yeah, nothing we could have done. Nothing more. R&D says I have the strongest car, yeah.
8.4 seconds.
There you have it. I'm satisfied with this performance.
Bring it home.
16th to 6th is a good performance, right? It's just disappointing that how can I qualify in 16th when I have the best car? But yeah, that's how this game goes. It's a mess at this point, in my opinion.
So Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, I'd say it's just raw pace, plain and simple. I mean, we could sit here and talk about strategy all day, the overtaking, looking after the tyres, but at the end of it all, if you want to win, you need a package that's got the speed over everyone else, and that's exactly what they had today.
And as the adrenaline dies down after another eventful Grand Prix, here come the top three out onto the podium.
There you have it. The Finn on the top step of the podium. Oh, it was Vettel in P2. I thought it was Raikkonen. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was Vettel in front with Verstappen P3 and Raikkonen P4. This is good for the constructors, for Ferrari. They are the leaders of the constructors before the race.
This round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Valtteri Bottas takes the lead of the drivers' championship. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
That's got to be the Flying Finn. Wait, how many Flying Fins have we had now? Anyway, I'm talking about Bottas this time. Just great raw speed, and a good job in traffic as well.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings. Ferrari extend their lead at the top of the championship. Meanwhile, a strong weekend from Red Bull this time out, and they improve their position in the championship. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling installment of this Formula One season.
I basically switched spots with Stroll. Did Stroll have issues? I know Hamilton had issues, but I didn't know Stroll had issues. Wow. Yep, there you have it. Bottas is the new championship leader. So 1-2, we have a finish 1-2.
Good day today. Tell us about it from your perspective. You really cut your way through the field today. What was your strategy? Did you have the wrong fuel strategy today, or was it your management?
I didn't have issues with fuel.
Well, thanks anyway.
I don't know. I was never underfueled that entire race. I don't know what you are on about. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, we were a bit unlucky, James, but that's just how these things go sometimes, right? And yeah, just keep my heads up. It's going to be better at some point. At least I believe in that. We beat Perez. Oh no, we didn't. Wow, I thought we were going to close Perez. Okay, we didn't. Hey, Heaton Crawford, welcome to the live stream, man. Unfortunately, you just missed the race.
Great work. That's exactly the kind of result I'm looking for. Keep it up.
Yeah,
We've received invitations to new historic events. You'll be able to choose whether or not to participate before the end of this weekend.
What's up next? It's Baku, right? God damn it. I don't have enough money for anything. God damn it. Yeah, because like this would be delivered at Spain, right? God damn it. Oh well. That's how it goes. It's so close to getting enough points. God. That sucks a bit. Well, let's move to the next Grand Prix weekend, right? Hopefully the other teams don't improve too much. Hopefully. Let's see. Yeah, it's Azerbaijan. I don't like this track. I always suck at this race. I don't, in this game, in F1 2017 I did okay, but in this game I don't think there was a race where I did okay at this track. Do something if I can. I'm sorry, man, I have to go to bed. I have to go to bed because I have to get up at 6 AM tomorrow to go to work. So yeah, man, I'm sorry, but yeah, I can't do anything more for today. Okay, so we got a couple messages. Oh, wrong button. It's going to rain at qualifying. You ready to when you play? Yeah, that's not... I like the track. The thing is that I like the challenge of the track. It's just I suck at it. Oh, it's kind of frustrating when you just suck at something. Look at that. This is the performance gap between my car and Mercedes, and apparently I qualify 16th at Japan. What time is it? Like in my country, in Portugal. Let me check my phone. It's it's like 10 past 11 p.m. I have the same time as London, so if you are in London, I have the same time as you. In Portugal, we have the same time zone as British Standard Time. It's the same time zone, so yeah. But yeah, see, like my lap was 2 seconds quicker than pole, but I still got 16th place in Q1. This is how little sense this game is making at this point. And I swear, you guys have been seeing me since F1 2016. I'm a league racing champion. Like, it wasn't in AOR, but still, I'm a league racing champion. I don't think I'm slow. So what the fuck is going on? You know, something is going on. Something is wrong. Oh well, this is it for the Chinese Grand Prix. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like button. If you did not, the dislike button. You are in Canada, but you are Portuguese. Oh, bem-vindo then. I'm sorry it is too late, but yeah, man. Well, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like button. If you did not, the dislike button is, as always, right beside it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Hit the bell icon for any notifications of whenever I'm about to start a live stream or to post a video. Hope to see you guys next time, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.